Don't have to use batteries with it. It plugs in, one cord plugs into the back of your Wave Music System, and the other just plugs into the wall, and then you've got power forever. So I think it's just a great addition.
It's kind of mind-boggling to look at something as sleek as this and like slim profile and very chic, very decor-friendly. That it seems small, but you get this such like booming, rich sound out of it. That's what Bose is known for. In fact, that technology is so good they had to patent it. And nope, when we say there's nothing like it, there's literally nothing like it. So it is an experience. And if you already own one of these, maybe you want to get a second because it is hard to go back to listening in any other way when you already have one. Maybe you want one for the garage or the man cave or one for the kitchen. This is the time to get it. If a gift idea. Weddings, oh my gosh, what a phenomenal, housewarming, holidays, and they're gonna open this and see Bose and think, oh my gosh, you spent $500 on me, because that's what everyone else is spending on this, unless you're getting it here today for $299. So really, don't miss out. 2 colors to choose from. Look how pretty it looks, even on a bedside table. It's an alarm system,
and they're gonna think about you for the next 20 years.
Holy cow, you're not kidding.
You know, this is the device that's, you just said, your aunt and uncle have had one in their house. That's the party house. They've had one in their house for 15 years. we have call after call after call about that. The quality is really that good. A couple of things. Michelle was mentioning the Wave technology and that it literally is only found in Bose. Yeah. Just a quick little story. Dr. Armand Bose is the man who invented this, and I love telling the background story. It's a necessity is the mother of invention, as they say, right? Yeah. So he was a student at MIT. He was living in a dorm room. He went and bought a radio for his room, and he got it home, and he said, "This sounds like terrible." That's what he said. This is awful. I'm an engineering student at MIT. We should be able to do better than this. He spent the next 14 years working with another engineer and himself primarily, and they developed the Wave Music System. Dr. Bose went on to develop noise-canceling technology. So I like to say he's, sort of like the father of sound and the father of silence, both. I mean, obviously a bright man went on to also be a professor at MIT. So that's where this comes from. And let's take a minute now in our last 15 minutes or so to talk through what that Wave technology is, if that's okay.
Definitely.
What you're looking at here, and just stop me if it gets boring, because I'll talk about it forever.
It's fascinating.
It is fascinating to me too. It really is. I'm fascinated by sound. So what you see those 2 tubes that are running on each side. Those are the waveguides. That's almost 5 feet. I think they're each 26 inches of this very complex, specialized material, specialized turns and crevices and all of those kind of things that amplify and attenuate and tune that sound in such a way that it can be so much bigger coming out of this little bitty device, that it sounds like it's coming out of speakers that are, as tall as, that are 6 feet tall.
Right.
It is the Waveguide system that allows that. Now what you're seeing is all of the different frequencies that are coming out, the different pitches, also we might say in music. So the red is the higher pitched, whether it's a sax doing that sort of screaming thing that a sax does, or which you kind of hear there, that's actually an electric organ, not a sax, but anyway, same idea. On the left-hand side, the blue sound, that's just representative of the midtones. Midtones are so important because that's where the human voice is.
Okay.
And, I love all instruments, but there is no instrument like the human voice. And when you listen to vocalists on this, it is a jaw dropper. Think of your favorite, of your, Bocelli or your Groban or whomever. You wait, or your Sinatra, you wait till you hear them on Bose. It is out of this world. And then the purple that you saw, it's really important. We might even show it one more time, because you'll notice the purple doesn't come out of the front, it actually comes out of the back. That's the bass. The bass is the foundation. The bass is always what shapes a song that is instrumental, with a multiple instrument song. The bass forms it, obviously sets the rhythm. And as we have said here, and you will feel when you get home, the bass on the Bose Wave Music System is different than bass you have ever heard on a system of. Now, if you have stood in front of an 8-foot speaker, at some sort of venue, then you have felt what real bass feels like. You've never, unless you have a Bose Wave Music System, I guarantee you have never felt bass in the way you'll feel it when it comes out of this.
And to think, it's one plug.
Yeah.
Like, again,
Yes.
Mind blown, because it is the experience of having a multi-$1,000 system that you had to hire somebody to come in with like multiple subwoofers and speakers and surround, and it really, truly is that kind of feeling. And I imagine if you had this Wavecast, so it's Bluetooth, right? Could you stream from your television?
Yeah, so you
Could
can
you watch
actually,
like a movie maybe and have the
well, you certainly
sound?
can, yeah.
Okay.
So good question.
If you have this.
There's input, so it depends on what kind of TV you have, right?
Okay.
There are inputs in the back as well. There is an auxiliary in. So Shannon Fox, who I was here with, that's right.
Plug.
Shannon Fox, who I was here with earlier today, said at their house, theirs is plugged into their TV.
Oh my gosh.
They use it that way. Again,
changer.
depends on what your television is like, but I'll tell you the inputs that are on this.
Okay.
There's an auxiliary in input. There is a what's called a Bose link input. In fact, Michelle's going to kind of turn it around for you guys. I don't know if we can we do that? Yeah, cool.
Why
And
not?
I'm going to get over there and I'm going to point. This might be a little bit of a funny shot, but I don't care because I want you guys to see. So this is, that's in case you want to plug in an antenna.
Oh.
You probably won't have to, but if you live in a sort of rural area or something,
Yeah,
if you want to
you've
plug
got
in
the
an AM/FM antenna, you certainly can do. This is your Bose link. This is your auxiliary in, and this is a place for headphones. If you want to plug in headphones. Now,
Cool.
I would never plug in headphones because I want to hear the sound that comes out of these speakers, but I understand in certain circumstances you might want to. That auxiliary in is where those of you that are picking up,
Here.
like most of you are, the Wavecast, you plug that in there, and then you also plug the Wavecast into power, just like you do the radio, and that's it. That's
And now if you want to do Bluetooth
then
and
you're
streaming,
done. Then you just turned this into
$32
the best smart
for that.
speaker. $32?
$32 for that. I'm so happy because in years past, we've brought them in and they sell out
They do
so
sell
quick
out,
that
right?
those who tune in now at this time of day tend to miss out. We brought in so many more this time so that you can actually get that. So definitely, add it to the cart. But this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is making me want to run a marathon, and I hate running. I feel like I can conquer the world right now. It's the difference that sound can make for the way that you feel. And I'm telling you, you probably already know the Bose name. I mean, who doesn't, right? It's synonymous with quality and experience and sound. If you have been waiting, if you've always coveted this kind of thing, if you've always wanted it, it's been on your list and you're like, $500 is a great investment, but it's an investment. Today is the day to drop it in your cart. We have, 7 hours about left at this price. It's a $500 system everywhere. Bose doesn't really go on sale often. It doesn't have to.
No, right.
Bose.com
Great point.
right this minute. You can look it up. This is the Wave Music System 4.
Latest one.
CD player, AM/FM radio, alarm clock, all of that. It is $500 currently on Bose.com, and this is Bose. We work directly with you guys, with Bose. So they give us this deal, but they were like, you can only do this for 24 hours, honestly, because it is such a significant markdown. It's been 18 months since we've had this under $300. I mean, that's a year and a half of waiting, and free shipping, and 5 Flex, at a time when everything else, prices are going up, up, up. I'm so proud to be somewhere where we can bring this to you at this price.
I'll tell you, so you mentioned we've only had it once at this price in the past 18 months, and we've only had 2 Today Specials, period, on this in the
good
last
point.
18 months. And I only say that because I don't know if and when we'll be able to do another Today Special. I don't know if we'll be able to do another one this year or not. This is selling very quickly today. I know that we won't be able to get much more quantity than what we have.
Yeah.
So the point is, if you're thinking about this, particularly for the holidays, this is
Yes.
in the past have been a huge product when we've been able to get unlimited quantities, which we cannot do right now. At the holidays, it's just a huge product. Don't wait for the holidays. If you want to give this, or you want to have this, or you want to listen to your holiday music on this, and who wouldn't, today is absolutely the day to buy it. I'll tell you, it is getting more. So Bose sources, of course, some of the parts that are in here. They source the CD player part that's in here. They source the AM/FM tuner. Those in high quality are becoming very, very difficult to source. Obviously, not a ton of devices have a CD player in them in the way they did, 10 years ago. When they can't source the very, very best part anymore, they won't make it. That's just it.
Yeah.
But that's how Bose works. One other quick Bose thing, and again, stop me if it's too much. I'm fascinated by
No,
the
I love
company.
it.
So another thing about Bose, and I wondered this for years. I thought, why? Because again, I've been involved with the installation of major sound systems in 2 churches and in a theater as a musician. thought, why is Bose so much better? Like, how did this ever happen? Did you know, I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit. Did you know Bose is a privately held company? Bose is not a publicly held company.
Oh.
So let's extrapolate this a little bit.
They can do what they want. Have the quality they want.
Well, public companies have the responsibility to consistently return value to their shareholders. Every year, their shareholders want to know, well, how much money did we make? When you're a privately held company, it's not the same. You can spend whatever you want to spend in research and development, knowing 2 years from now, 3 years from now, in the case of this development, 14 years from now. It was 14 years in developing the Waveguide system. It pays off for you. So that's why, again, the Waveguide system and Dr. Bose created sound canceling earphones and earbuds. Those are extraordinary inventions. Like, how did one guy do that? He did it because he kept his company private and he kept control of it. So he was really able to focus on the things he needed to focus on and focus on them as long as he wanted. And we are the beneficiaries.
Quality control,
Isn't that
right
interesting?
there. That is fun fact.
Yeah,
I love that.
Fact.
This is why it's so unique to shop with us, though, because we can share these kinds of stories. We can really explain why is it so good. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, well, it has this label on it, so this is why we charge so much. And it's an investment, but it is the kind of thing, like we've said, you're gonna have for decades, that people pass them down, which might sound silly to you, but when you get this home and you experience it, you create memories around this Bose. You have holiday dinners, birthday parties, anniversaries, like big epic moments. There's always music involved. This Bose is at the heart of so many of those moments for so many people. And that's why it has stood the test of time, honestly. And that's why we keep bringing it back time and time again. So if you happen to be joining us, we're in the final, 10 minutes of this presentation. We're getting into the later afternoon now. This is a 24-hour sale only. So at midnight, tomorrow, the next day, next week, $500. I mean, and even that, for what you're getting, it is an investment, and so many people make that investment every single day because it's worth its weight in gold. But this is your chance to scoop it up, not for $500, $299 is so incredible. If you use Flexpay, that means today on any credit card, debit card, PayPal, whatever you prefer, for $60, it's on its way to you. We're even gonna cover the shipping and handling, and you get to experience this for a full 30 days before you decide if it's for you or not. We have 30-day returns here, and it's one plug. So it's an immediate gratification. Plug it in, grab your favorite CD, go to your favorite radio station. If you picked up the Wavecast here, plug it in and stream your favorite, media and sound, and experience it for 30 days and see what we're talking about. But that's only for the next couple of hours that you can get it at this price. And you can just get your purchase price back if you don't love it. But this is that opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to put in the full amount today to get it home and experience it and see that difference. I guarantee you're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would send it back. It is that good.
You're in very good company in having Bose in your house. So, some quick examples. The Sistine Chapel, maybe man's most glorious creation to honor God, has Bose sound in it. In the Sistine Chapel, they could use any sound they want. Bose is what's in the Sistine Chapel. In a totally different vein, Madison Square Gardens, where we go to party and really enjoy, the biggest bands, the biggest concerts in the world. Madison Square Gardens uses Bose. The NFL, when you see the guys on the sidelines with their headphones on, those are Bose headphones.
Oh, yeah.
The astronauts, NASA uses Bose to communicate because that's just the best way to hear, the clarity of hearing. And they do all this because of the technology that's built in. Speaking of that technology, we're listening to it now. We're listening to how the Bose Waveguide technology works, but we want to show it to you as well. We have a little video that lets you not only hear how the sound is different with simulated waveguide technology, but actually see how it's different. So take a look. Michelle and I will see you on the other side. What is sound? Sound is air in motion. And what we've set up here is a great way for you to not only hear sound, but also to see sound. Here's how we're gonna do it. These are the speakers that are inside the Bose Wave Music System. So when I take these speakers and put them in front of these candles, well, you'll see exactly what happens. And then we're gonna change things up. Then we're gonna take the magic. The magic inside the Bose Wave Music System is the Waveguide technology. And this is the Waveguide technology. This is nearly 5 feet of tubing that's inside your Wave Music System. It turns and moves inside that very compact, very modern system, but it changes the sound because it resonates and it echoes and it amplifies inside these chambers. So let me show you, you'll see for yourself the difference. Let's add a little bit of music. I gotta tell you, that never gets old because you can see the Bose technology at work. That's why everybody loves the Bose Wave Music System. That's why it fills your room with sound in a way that nothing else does. Because that Waveguide technology changes everything. Again, sound is just air and movement, but that air can move in lots of different ways. And at Bose, we make it move in a way that's very, very special.
Bring it on. I am ready for the holidays.
When do you start listening to Christmas music?
As soon as I can. We were already having talks about Gift Guru, so maybe October.
Yeah.
I don't know.
October's good. I mean, like I said, I don't see anything wrong with August, but you know, just maybe on the weekends. But October, it's not like there's a lot of Halloween music that it gets in the way of. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I gotta say, there is nothing better though than the feeling that you get with holiday music, that kind of like nostalgia, the warmth, and just the coziness of it all. And no system is going to bring it to you like Bose is going to bring it to you. And I hope you have enjoyed this hour. We were just talking, we're like, we hope we're not boring people, because I find it fascinating. You can't walk into a store where Bose is sold and get this kind of background and detail and story to really fully understand what it is that makes Bose Bose. So, I mean, we have really enjoyed all day long bringing this to all of you. We've had so many brand new customers. That makes me so excited. People who have never purchased anything from HSN ever before are purchasing this Today Special. In fact, nearly 2,000 people just today. And that makes us feel so happy. And welcome to the HSN family, because this is what we do, storytelling. We want to give you more than just a product. We want to give you an experience, you know?
And we hope, and it is fun to share the facts about why, you know, before we ever open our mouths, that Bose is an absolutely iconic brand, right? You don't need me to tell you that. You don't need Michelle to tell you that.
Right.
But now I hope you know why it's an iconic brand. You know a little bit more about Dr. Bose and what he did at MIT, and the reason that this incredible technology came about, and how they did it, and that there is not just a brand cachet, but there is this sort of intellectual property, you know, that was created to make this sound so incredibly extraordinary. And it's why people who have Bose Wave music systems are passionate, absolutely passionate about them. So what will you listen to? What's your favorite sort of music? Is it country? Is it yacht rock? Is it pop? Is it classical? Do you love theater music like I do? Do you love chill music or sort of meditation type music? Do you just need a little bit of peace in the house sometimes? There are so many great apps now, so many great, you know, meditation apps and chill apps. And again, if you're picking up the Wavecast, you can play any of those apps right through the best speakers you'll ever find in this sort of size and this sort of device. Michelle mentioned something earlier just about the ease of use. You know, for a living, what I do is sell electronics. So I set up every electronic in the world all day long. All I do is set up electronics.
So complicated.
So the last thing I want to do in my free time is try to figure out how to use anything. The simplicity of simply plugging it into the wall, putting in a DVD, and in fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to eject this DVD just to show you guys, or excuse me, CD. Just popping this in, and also the Wavecast that's up right now as well is incredibly simple too. You plug it in to the back, to the auxiliary port, you plug it into the wall, and then you connect your phone via Bluetooth, just like you connect it, you know, to your car or to your earbuds or to anything else. You go into the Bluetooth settings of your phone.
Endless options after that.
That's right, and then it really is sort of endless. You've turned your Bose Wave music system into a smart speaker. So, grab your CD, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying that. Pop it in. I think the first song we're gonna hear is sort of like a sort of Latin Christmas music, as I recall. Yeah, kind of. Here we go. Woo. It really is that easy to use. I'll mention here for a minute. Let me show you guys the credit card remote. I did briefly earlier, but I'll just kind of review it with you. Very, very simple to use, as you can imagine. So, alarm. Oh, I barely mentioned the alarm. There's a dual alarm on here, so you can have 2 alarms set, one for you, one for your honey, and that means that obviously in the morning there's 2 alarms. You can stop the alarm there. I'm not going to go through everything. That's the auxiliary. That's what you press if you want to go into your the Bluetooth. If you're picking up the Bluetooth receiver, CD, audio. This will, sorry, just turn that around. If I was pointing it towards the unit, it would mute the unit, volume up, volume down. These are different presets for your AM and FM radio channels. You can fast forward, you can reverse. There's setting your alarms 1 and 2. A couple of really cool things about this that we haven't mentioned. It has a 48-hour battery backup. And so I mentioned that. I'm particularly sensitive to that living here. That was the mute. Just wanted to show you guys how that mute works. Living here in Florida, and as we move into hurricane season, what's nice is even if you lose electricity, for better or worse, you can't tell work in the morning. Electricity went out, my alarm didn't go off. Your alarm will still go off. There's a 48, I know, so you don't have to tell them, but between me and you, there's a 48-hour battery backup, front-loading CD player, AM radio, FM radio, 12 presets, this really nice touch top, so you just give it a touch if you want to turn off the music, give it a touch if you want to turn the music back on. You see it says reading disc, and the music comes on in just a moment. So very, very simple to use. A lot of functions, but not overwhelming.
Right, and that's the beauty of it. All the tech and the patents and the wave and controlling the audio, that's all done on the inside for you, and you get it home. And this is my favorite part. It's one thing, it's one plug, you plug it in, you enjoy sound and music the way it was meant to be heard. And I keep using this word of like layers. You can really distinguish layers of music with this, the highs, the lows, the bass, the vocals. And when people say room-filling sound, it quite literally feels as if you are in the room with that live singer, the live instruments, all of the feeling that you get from the music, you get from this one system. And this is why it has almost 800 perfect 5-star reviews just here at HSN. It's a top-selling system. On Bose.com, even right now, it is a $500 system. Usually here, in fact, come back tomorrow, $500 system. That's our regular full price. That's a huge discrepancy between $500 and $299.99 if you pick it up today, just for 24 hours. So even if you got it home, use Flexpay, $60. It's on its way to you just to experience it before that price goes up. This is your opportunity to do that. You have 30 days to try this out. If you don't love it, you can send it back, no questions asked. But the sale is only for today. So let us take care of the shipping. Let us give you the best value we have had in 18 months. And let us give you the Flexpay. $60 to experience it, I think is a small price to pay for the amount of enjoyment and memories you're going to get out of this system for years to come.
It is. There are a few electronics that I would describe as an heirloom piece for a family.
I know, it's true.
But this is that sort of piece that will probably be in the family for a very long time. The Bose Wave music player has been around for a long time. This is the 4th edition. To Michelle's point earlier, this is not refurbished, this is not used, this is not a previous version. It is the latest version. It is only available here, HSN and HSN QVC families, and on Bose.com.
What a pleasure. So much fun to work with you. Don't forget, you guys, if you want to pick up the Wave Pass, it's $32. Plug it in. That's how you can stream Bluetooth as well. Hundreds and hundreds of you picked this up today, just in this presentation. So enjoy it. Choose your favorite color. Get it as a gift idea. And just thank you for shopping with us. And we're going to see you again, you said in the 7 o'clock hour now.
For a little bit at 7 o'clock. Yes, ma'am.
Very good.